Hey everybody, welcome back to PK Plays Kingdom Hearts part number 7. Started the recording a little early as we were still loading into the game, but gotta say right at the get-go, this is currently like a little past 1 in the morning. This video goes live at 7. I work at 11. This is the third and final attempt I'm having at recording this video because I can't spend any more time on it, and additionally I can't do any editing because rendering would take too long. So this is going to be a bit of a scrappily put together episode, but yeah, sorry about that. Let's see what to talk about. Well, first thing I want to talk about is a little dream I have. So, as I'm doing now on the channel with all of you, I'm playing through the Kingdom Hearts games to, show off the series and sort of relive my childhood with them. Well, oh yeah, also I believe we're not able to get that chest at that point. Well, one of my ideas is that I'm eventually going to, when I have kids, if I have kids, play through the games and have my kids play through them on beginner mode. I'm going to pass them they can pass me the controller if they need help on a boss, but otherwise it's all them on their own. But what I'll do is oh, we're about to go to Tarzan. Well, let's stop playing, let's open up Disney Plus and let's watch the Tarzan movie. And it'll just be this fun thing with my family. And, basically start by watching a bunch of Mickey, Donald, and Goofy cartoons. Subtly try and foreshadow things by playing, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 10. And they watch over my shoulder, trying to hide it a little bit. But yeah, then eventually play Kingdom Hearts with them, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. But anyway, we're about to get into a cutscene.
Kerchak! Kerchak.
Okay, I am really dumb. I muted the I muted the game instead of my headphones. Then I switched it so that the game was playing it while my headphone was muted. And then I started explaining through my muted headphones the error I made. Wow, I am tired. He seems sort of distracted by something. Was he looking towards the treehouse? So this is a mechanic I'm going to show briefly right now. So first, we're going to jump back down. Maybe through parkouring. No, I can't get over to the chest. Oh, excuse me. But, one thing I want to talk about is, I don't know what it was, but Tarzan was the hardest world for me as a kid. I had so much difficulty with it, and honestly, on my earlier recording attempts, I've had a lot of difficulty too. It's only after reading the IGN walkthrough multiple times and playing through the section multiple times that I finally start to have an understanding on what I do and in what order in this world. where compromise does not exist. Although it looks cool how I'm timing the jumps, it literally won't let me select to jump unless I time it right. So it's not actually all that impressive. Over here is a detour with a chest, which contains some more Dalmatians. And something I want to talk about is that one thing I really like about the Kingdom Hearts games, and it sometimes works and it sometimes doesn't, that it's like a rewrite of the movie, but like, you know, changing some things around, maybe mainly to add Heartless, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. But what I find interesting in regards to Tarzan, for instance, is, you know, oh yeah, we have Tarzan, Jane, Clayton, Turk, Kerchak, Kala, and Sabor. But like, we don't have we don't have Jane's dad, whatever his name is. We don't have the elephant. Like, there are major characters in this movie, like, just removed. So that's something that, like, is both to Kingdom Hearts' strength and detriment. And I forget if I mentioned this in the previous episode, but due to copywriting, this is the only Kingdom Hearts game. No, I definitely did. This is the only Kingdom Hearts game that features Tarzan, and it's, you know, kind of plot important to Kingdom Hearts 1, which is weird. Now I'm going to stay unmuted for this cutscene. I love that so much. Donald just goes up and screams in order to get Clayton to stop.
Wait, Kerchak, please.
And it isn't to get him to stop, it's just to startle him enough to drop it.
You don't understand.
Or missing.
I was only trying to. Ah, a snake slithered by. You see, I saved that poor gorilla's life.
And this comes to something I want to say when it comes to video games is, when you're a kid, you don't know how games work. You don't know that every cutscene has its triggers. Everything is just rooms with flags on whether or not you've met conditions or which cutscenes you've seen in which order. But as a kid, like, it's not that. It's this, you know, it's more mystical. But as you, like, replay games or as you grow up, you learn to see the world like that. But Tarzan, I don't know what it is. It's just the world where that feeling hits me the most, because this world had me so confused, and I spent so long in it as a kid. And on my last recording, I was able to beat, like, the entire thing in 40 minutes. What took me weeks as a kid, what took me like a week on one world as a kid, I could just do in 40 simple minutes. And there's something, like, almost sad in a way about that, because I remember it being this long and hard to do thing, but no, it was just simple. It's just trigger the right cutscene. It's just go to this room, then this room, then this room, then this room, then this room, and you're done. And yeah, something about that. I'll explain why later, but that feeling hits me the most in Tarzan, and I'm going to have a really long speech next part, but, or maybe the part after, but Tarzan, this world means a lot for me emotionally, and when I'm playing Tarzan, I don't know what emotion I feel. I don't know if it's happiness, if it's sadness, if it's melancholy or what, because it's just weird. You know, oh, enemies around? Oh yeah, it's just you. I love just the PK, I mean just the fire machine gun. Personally, fire is one of, although like a lot of spells are different in a lot of different games, Kingdom Hearts 1 fire is like one of my favorite spells in the series. Mute myself for this cutscene.
How could you do?
Actually, no. First off, something I want to say. I have stated before that, well, earlier in this episode, that sometimes it really works having the Kingdom Hearts characters here, sometimes it really doesn't. That's Goofy, dealing with fan, I don't, yeah.
Much as I able to
You hear the gorillas again.
Siobhan mishap. Now. What am I doing this? Gentlers, I had us one of them. I'll track them down somehow. I'll stake my life on it. Hmm?
So something I find interesting about that scene is that you see him pull out a pipe. So, I have in front of me the game for the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 collection that this is on, as well as original Kingdom Hearts 1. According to the Kingdom Hearts 1 box art, it is rated E for everyone for violence. No mention of the tobacco, implied tobacco or whatever, but maybe that was different time, different standards. On the 1.5 box, we have E10 Plus for fantasy violence, which I find it interesting because if I'm remembering, actually, one second. We're doing a little bit of Googling right now, because I believe all three of the games on 1.5 originally were all of the... Okay. What does this say? Oh, that's interesting. So the second game we're going to play in Kingdom Hearts, called Chain of Memories, was originally on the GBA, where it was called Chain of Memories, and remade onto the PlayStation 2 and called Rechain of Memories. The remake is E10, while as the original was E. I'm wondering why that is. But, yeah, it just says fantasy violence. What I find more interesting is the Kingdom Hearts 2 and 2.5 box arts have violence and fantasy violence, mild blood, and use of alcohol. And it took me a little while to figure out what the hell the use of alcohol was in Kingdom Hearts. one room of this world. All of the rooms basically have a wave of these monkey heartless. Once you kill all of them, you will get a gummy ship. Before you can progress the plot, you have to revisit every single room and kill every single heartless, which I find is a really interesting design choice. And sort of again coming back to the demystifying things, just, you know, counting, oh, there are exactly, what, how many, well, the only rooms that don't have Heartless are Vines 1 and 2, but we have, and, the Lagoon, but there was this room, Bamboo, Thickets, and the Camp, that's 3. Here's a mini-game based Heartless we're gonna show off. So, first gonna try and do this legitimately. So he's the rightmost. He is now the middle one. He just kills me. Gosh. Okay, that was funny. Okay, let me respawn. But with that minigame Heartless, you have to keep track, and if you get it right, I believe 5 times in a row, what it will do is will drop a bunch of rare items you need to farm in order to craft some of the end game super weapons. Oh. That caught me. I knew if I failed... Yeah, there's the stealing money thing I was talking about. If you slip and slide on that banana peel, that's what happens. Let's pick this all back up before it fades away. Okay. No, I'm not worrying about them. Go back to camp. And I think this is actually where I'm going to end off the part, because although this is a lackluster part, if I do like a 30-minute part next time, it'll cover exactly what I want it to. So, although this was a short part, we didn't really get a whole lot done in, and to be honest, there's not a whole lot to be done in Tarzan. Wow, I'm almost sort of having this weird doing essential button. Yeah, next we're going to figure out what has to collect all by going to the house, that room, or the tree house. Red tree house kills, and yeah. See.